Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of Here's a History Lesson for you. Alright, for those who've never heard of Snoopy versus the Red Baron, I thought I would tell you the true story behind that. During the First World War, there was a pilot whose nickname was Snoopy. Nobody knew or knows who he really was. He had Snoopy written on the fuselage of his aircraft. He didn't fly for any Allied or Axis Air Corps. He was just some guy that would show up in the middle of a dogfight and start, and join in and just shoot down anybody he could. But he flew an aircraft that people think he built or paid to be built, because no aircraft of that nature existed with any of the, just didn't exist, except his. His was the only one that existed. He was and continues to be the world's greatest ace pilot ever, period, because during the First World War, in 1 year alone, he shot down 182 aircraft. Nobody else has ever come close to that. 182 aircraft in 1 year of the war. And the subsequent years, he shot down... Whoops. Okay.
Not kill these damn cats.
And so I just thought I would tell you about that, because a lot of people think it's just a song that somebody made up, but it's actually based on a real story, a real person. Nobody ever got to really see his face, because he wore a sort of type of helmet and goggles, and he had always had something over his face. Nobody knows who he was. When people would try to follow him, it's like his aircraft had more fuel than anybody else. He could fly further, and nobody was able to follow him very far. But nobody knows what happened to him. He just all of a sudden wasn't there anymore, and that was it. At the end of the war, he just was gone, and nobody's ever found the aircraft, that, as far as anyone knows. No one's ever found a letter or a diary or photograph or anything that would help identify the person. It is assumed he was European because he was in Europe, but that's about all anybody knows. I just thought I would tell you about the true story of Snoopy versus the Red Baron.